Moon Platoon, Meeple and I are wondering a very important question. Are you guys prepared for what's coming tomorrow? Jim Cramer saying that people should avoid shorting AMC Entertainment. This is just from on Friday. We also have the short interest changing. So we are looking at the shorts revving up, ready to break through AMC's bullish price action that just initiated in the after hours. This was a bounce off of our critical support of 37. 20, this red line here that we've highlighted from months ago. You guys can check the live streams. Go ahead and understand that we've been tracking this stock for months, and whether or not the stock market is taking a major change is going to be answered in this question. All this and more, as well as the short interest and the data you're looking for. Make sure you guys understand that when you guys click that like and it matches the number of people in here, an AMC angel gets its wings. Let's listen to what Jim Cramer has to say so that we can at the very least confront FUD right at the source. Following an 18-month delay as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, the newest addition to James Bond series No Time to Die has set to have premiered over this weekend. We'll talk about how that performed in just a second. Adam Aron is daring people to try to short AMC Entertainment ahead of the highly anticipated release. Jim Cramer said Friday on CNBC's Squawk on the Street. He basically just daring people to short him. I don't want to do Cramer's accent, please. I don't want to try to do his voice. Who do they think they are to bet against Adam Aron? Aron took to Twitter Thursday to boast about AMC Entertainment's positioning ahead of No Time to Die release. Some of you have suggested that the CEO of AMC theaters, he's been playing chess while detractors played checkers. On the weekend that James Bond's No Time to Die opens in the US, it feels more like AMC is playing three-dimensional chess. To the naysayers, I say it out loud. Look at that. Hashtag choke in capital on that. Okay. Cramer noted that 80% of the AMC Entertainment stock ownership comes from individual investors as opposed to institutions. The current valuation makes sense. Cramer said, wow, coming around. That's why we have an important update from the Ape General right here, which is you guys are watching a video approved by the ape community. What we have here is the people from a long chain of proud apes, one at a time. So if you guys are a proud ape and you guys love the fact that the silverback himself just stood up and knocked down Cramer, who has been a hypocritical detractor, one of the ones that Adam Aron had been talking about for a very long time, seems like he wants to bounce back just enough that he makes you confused about who he really was. True apes will know and get into the comment section about it. Co-host David Faber asked Cramer how he could argue that AMC Entertainment's current valuation makes sense. I'll tell you how I make that judgment. If you wanted to sell 5,000 shares right now, you could get it. So it makes sense to me. Cramer responded, Adam Aron is playing offense. Don't go against Adam Aron. So AMC had traded as high as 72.62, right? This is in regular trading hours. Even in extended, we got even higher than that. So as a most important point that you guys are probably wondering, did that short interest drop below 20%? It did not. Short interest is still above 20%. So yes, that is your call to action right here. Staying with this channel is good luck. So make sure you guys understand that we had stayed above 103 million. That small dip in that short interest had kept us still above that 20% threshold. I'm understanding that that is the fodder behind the short interest and short squeeze engine. Understand that we had a sell signal, soft one, on the 5-minute chart for AMC. If you guys go out to the 30-minute chart, you'll be able to use Lux Algo. This is the TradingView free software with a Lux Algo kicker. You guys have that 20% off to add those buy signals and sell signals here. Many of you have already tried it, like Timothy Harris down below. I wanted to be able to take into effect that, this is what Cramer sounds like. So you guys don't forget, this is what he tried to do in terms of his analysis earlier this week. So you guys can put a name to the faces that we unfortunately have to deal with. Let's take a listen.
Through 2020. Yet Williams points out that just going by the calendar for nearly a century, stocks have started rallying around October 29th. Doesn't always happen, but on average, the period from late October, don't say the 29th, let's use late October, through late December is typically the strongest time of the year for the market. In the past, short sellers have consistently been punished and the longs have consistently been rewarded. Now, I think you got to approach this the same way we approached that late September swoon. That's historically been the worst time of the year for over 2 decades, so we told you to be extra cautious. We didn't know why the market might get hit, right? But if we knew this was a period of heightened risk when the market tends to be fragile, maybe that's all we needed. By the same logic, I can't tell you why stocks might run starting at the end of the month. But based on what Williams is showing us, we're heading to a period of heightened rewards, as if the pieces of information that come out are viewed positively. It's not just a seasonal pattern. Williams also likes to...
It's not just a seasonal pattern. First of all, he speaks as if this pattern, which has been collected since 1923, over almost 100 years of data, has not shown any correlation between the seasonal patterns. And it's not just the seasonal patterns. Of course, we're going to have to let him finish. Most important thing to note is that data has been there. You guys do understand that we are coming to likely a stock market break, a soft break on the back of people who have a lot to lose if the market goes sideways, or at the very least goes downward until November. Once, again, this data does exist, it seems like Jim Cramer just has started to find it.
Hunt for non-seasonal cycles. These are patterns that seem to repeat in a given security. Take a look. Right now, the most active cycles have been a 47-day cycle and a 150-day cycle. According to Williams, they're both forecasting a meaningful low at the end of October.
Yep.
So we've got two different chart techniques that are both calling for the same outcome. That's called confirmation.
When you have n equals 2, you really have confirmed everything you need to know. And that's Jim Cramer for you. Yeah, 2 indicators. Luckily, we have a ton of free indicators right here. What I'm using is Webull. Gives you an understanding of this stock, and this crypto market without even having to use them as a broker. So that's why I use them. Not just for the 2 free stocks that you guys get. Understand that the idea that 2 indicators in one direction is enough to be able to push you entirely for one is the very definition of confirmation bias. So please do not fall for the same traps as Mr. Jim Cramer here. Let's take a listen to some news from the weekend. Looks like we are taking a dive into a sideways push for much of the market. If you guys are taking a look at the Dow Jones, if you guys take a look at those macro trends, understand that most of the market, after a semi-rally over the course of this week, have now started to slump in a neutral or even a downwards position. Understand that in terms of crypto, we're looking at the crypto markets either cooling off sideways or Bitcoin still on a marginally upward rise. Understand that we have been tracking Bitcoin as well. That was trending right at that 53,000 level support for, let me get Meatball's head out of the way, the last few weeks until it just now broke through these 3-time resistance at 56,000. Once it hit that high of 56,544, it has now dropped below that resistance again. So if it's thrice rejected, is this going to be a bear signal for the rest of the crypto market moving forward? You guys are going to check back later this week, and we are looking forward to seeing you in a future episode. Those of you who support the show on Patreon, press that subscribe button when you guys find something of interest, or if this just inspires you to start your own 6-figure salary journey in 6 months, well, please try and find that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in a future video. Peace.